If you feel like you're forcing strategies that just don't fit, like you're trying to follow business advice that drains you or confuses you or flat out feels wrong with every fiber of your being, this video will change everything for you. I am going to be breaking down the 4 frequency codes that align your business with your energy field so you can create income and impact and flow from overflow and not pressure without sacrificing your magic. So, welcome. I'm Jen Scott, a quantum alchemy mentor and business energetic strategist, and I help spiritual entrepreneurs and healers and light workers build soul aligned businesses around strategy that honors their frequency, their nervous system, and their unique design so they can attract aligned clients and create consistent income and stop burning out trying to follow strategies that were never meant for them in the first place. So let me tell you about a healer I worked with recently. She's super powerful, but her last business coach tried to force her into money mindset work. Now, there's nothing wrong with money work at all, but this coach didn't actually understand energy healing at all. She didn't understand the magic that actually happens in sessions. And here's the crazy thing. This healer didn't even feel aligned with teaching money mindset. That's why this felt so off, right? Because it wasn't her expertise. It wasn't her soul's work. And she felt it. She felt so deeply uncomfortable trying to teach this. Then this same coach started pushing her to cold DM people, telling her to message strangers, right? Let me tell you this. My client is a projector 3-5, okay? So if you know anything about human design, you know that is a recipe for burnout. Projectors need to wait for invitation. Their energy is felt and recognized. They're not built to chase people. And that 3-5, that profile carries deep trial and error wisdom that guides others when invited, not when forced in cold outreach. But it didn't stop there. This coach told her to pick a path that's more relatable. And to me, that translation is hide your spiritual gifts. Do something that's more palatable. And you know what happened? It veered her completely off her path for years. So she struggled. She tried to be what the coach told her instead of who she really is. And within 30 minutes of working together, I reflected back to her truth. And she said, "It's like you just read my journal from 5 years ago." Because that was her path and it had been all along. And, there's a lot of advice out there being pushed by business coaches who don't understand healers and light workers. They just don't understand energy and they cannot relate to the spiritual aspects of your work. So they teach what worked for them, but not what works for your unique energetic signature, your frequency, and your soul's blueprint. And that's why the 4 frequency codes matter so much, so you can build with clarity and ease, with a supportive structure that holds you instead of puts you in a cage. So let's get into them. The first code is the clarity code. You must lead with your truth. So if your messaging is fuzzy and confusing, so is your business. If your content is vague or watered down, or you're trying too hard to sound polished and professional, your business will reflect that confusion. So the clarity code is about saying exactly what you mean. Okay, so no hiding, no shrinking, no sugarcoating. This is where the path to overflow begins. Because when you're clear, your message works for you. You don't have to keep pushing. You don't have to post every day just to feel seen, okay? So we talked about this in our previous video a little bit, but you really need to be clear on how you can help transform your client and how vagueness is causing your client confusion. Okay? And if your client is confused, they're not going to hire you. So instead of saying, helping women heal, like what does that actually even mean, right? That can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. So you can say, I help sensitive women stop people pleasing and finally feel safe saying no without guilt. Or I help empaths stop absorbing everyone's energy so they feel grounded and safe in their own body. So the clarity code helps you create content and offers that work while you rest because clarity is what converts. Okay, now, number 2 is the embodiment code, right? We model the transformation. So this is about walking your talk. So if you say you help people regulate their nervous system, but you're building from hypervigilance and coffee-fueled anxiety, your clients are going to feel that, right? Energy speaks before words. So your business becomes magnetic when it flows from overflow, when it's not forced. So when you're embodied, your offers and content radiate that ease. So for example, if you help people trust their intuition, but your own content feels scattered because you're second guessing, consciously or unconsciously, they're going to sense that. So when you embody trust, that's when they feel safe to invest. Now, code 3 is the resonance code. And we need to speak to their future self. So you're not here to strictly educate all of the time. You are here to connect. So the resonance code helps your client feel that click, that she sees me moment, right? And when your words speak directly to their future self, your offers sell while you sleep. So for example, instead of saying, I offer Reiki sessions and inner child healing sessions, you can say, I help women feel safe in their bodies and fully trust themselves again without years of therapy, right? And this is the kind of resonance that lets you create from that overflow without the pressure, without the constant pushing, just that pure connection that invites the right clients to step forward. Now, the 4th code is the sustainability code. So your strategy must serve your nervous system. And what a lot is being taught out there is not. So this is the foundation for a business that supports you and not cages you. So your strategy really needs to fit your natural rhythm. And that's how you create income and impact that flows without burning out. So, for example, if you hate being on Instagram every day, stop building a strategy that relies on it. But if you thrive in a deep, long-form content, then build a YouTube channel or start a podcast or a blog funnel instead. Your business should feel like a supportive structure, just not another system that drains you, okay? And this is really key because every person has a unique way to run their business. There is no one size fits all blueprint. Your offers, your content, your strategy, they should all feel like an extension of your soul and not a cage. So when you really align with these 4 codes, your work flows from overflow and you can release that pressure and your business becomes a structure that actually supports you, not another thing to force yourself into. So I invite you to make one move today. Okay, pick one code, whether it's clarity, embodiment, resonance, or sustainability, and ask, where am I out of alignment? Then take one action that shifts you back into that flow. Okay, and if you do that, do please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. And in the next video, I'm going to be sharing the shift that makes marketing feel magnetic and why leading from your truth is what actually brings in the clients and the DMs and the ease that you've been craving. So do hit like and subscribe and so you don't miss it. And also grab the Wealth Body Map. It is a free guide in the description box below to help you manifest in your business.